Hello, fellow retro gamers. I am ABitNostalgic. Welcome to Back to the Past Gaming. Hi guys, and welcome back to Dragon Warrior Part 8, Episode 49 of the channel. We're going to pick up right where we left off, and here we go. And normally we start in the castle, but I decided last time to end it right before our next big adventure. By the way, don't go in that town. It will wipe you out. It's a monster town. And so I decided to keep it in real time right now because we are right... Yes, please like and subscribe for more content like this. We are right on the verge of doing something we're not really supposed to be doing yet because our level's not quite high enough. So instead of trying to kill all these monsters, we are just gonna cowabunga all the way over there and try to run away from absolutely everything. And I'm gonna save the game at random points, so that way if we do die, we can just come back to that start point. I typically don't like to do that, but yeah, this is important to do this part. Well, to get it over with, but also to advance the storyline. So I'll just keep healing. This seems like a good space to go ahead and save it. And we'll keep doing this over and over again until we finally get the token, and then we'll get out of here. We're getting Erdrich's token right now. It's the third component that I've been talking about in order to get onto the last island where the bad guy's at in order to beat the game. So we've already got the other two, which is the Sunstone and the Staff of Rain. And then we're going to get Erdrich's token, and we're going to put them together in order to make the Rainbow Drop, is what they called it in the original. It's basically about the same thing now. And I mentioned when we get Princess's Pledge that we need to go 40 steps south and 40 steps to the east, and that's what we're doing right now. We may not need Princess Pledge in order to find it. Oh, see, look, it's as soon as we run away from this guy, hopefully safely, we are standing on the spot for it right now. We did run away. There was an exclamation point above it, and we found the mark of Erdrich here. So now all we gotta do is get back to the town, and yep, there it is. So we didn't really need Princess's Pledge in order to do it, but sometimes if you're trying to find it and hadn't been there before, you do need it. We'll go ahead and heal and then try to get out of here. We don't have a spell to return us to the town, it appears. So we will just walk back. And once we get out of this area where the monsters aren't so crazy, then I'll speed it up. Right now we're just going to keep trying to run. I'm increasing the playback quality so I can read it a little bit better as we go. Okay, so the monsters in this area, they are crazy. Oh, and by the way, that town above us is where you get the Flame Sword and the Silver Shield. And we'll be going there, well, after we finish this level, starting the next one, or this episode, starting the next one, we'll actually go to that town. And hopefully we'll be ready to be there. The goal is to get after this episode, and after we open up that the last continent to go to, then we'll pull together the money, beat up some gold men, and then go get the Flame Sword. And so that'll be in the next episode. So for now, we're just trying to get out of here without dying. And these things have a pretty hard hit, but it's not going to take long until we're able to whip their tail, and it'll be no big deal being in this area. But not right now. Just like when we were with the gold golems, and aka Goldman, yeah, I went ahead and saved it here just in case we died, since we already got the item we need, and we can just come back to that point. So starting, please like and subscribe for more content like this, and starting in the area that we are right now, up until just a little bit north of here, there are silver slimes. If you have any luck to get one of them, and they don't run away, they'll give you quite a bit of experience. I don't see one yet, but we'll go on a hunt for them later and see if we can get a couple of them. Right now I'm just trying to survive out of here. The monsters are too intense to try to hunt those silver slime right now. So keep moving. We're almost to the monster town, so we'll save it again. It shouldn't be too hard to get out of this area, because the monsters are starting to become easier now. Getting away from there. And we'll be back to this town in a little bit, probably in the next episode or two. Happy Toad. Alright. In the original, this chimera was called a wyvern. And that's the very first wyvern, so it's not too hard to kill. We got out of the hard place, so we'll go ahead and speed it up now. And get back and get the other 2 pieces, so that way we can go to the other sage and put all of it together. Yeah, so much quicker if you speed it up. Giddy up. Yeah, you could use a spell right now, if we have one, or a magic fairy potion that'll keep all these small monsters away. But yeah, we need the experience, so we'll just keep doing it anyway. Okay, so back into this town. We're going to go down to the bank and pick up the things we need. We don't need the Princess's Pledge anymore, so we can get rid of that. We do need the Mark of Erdrick, and so we'll keep that. And if we don't have enough space, we'll stick the torch in there too. Okay, so let's deposit first. What would you like to deposit? Gold. Take my 2,000 gold. And we'll save that for later. Okay, now deposit again. And we will put the princess... Well, go ahead and throw the torch in first, and then that Princess's Pledge. The only reason we're putting the torch in there is because we don't have enough room for what we're getting ready to do. Yep. That's that. Now we have 2 more spaces available, and we got to get the other 2 items. So the sunstone. Hey, where are you going? Yeah. I'm like, wait a second, I need those other 2 stones. So of course, as you know, I record these videos ahead of time, and then do the voiceover later. I don't remember doing that when I did it. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, so we need the sunstone and the staff of rain. I was just standing there looking at it going, what the heck am I doing? Where am I going? I need those 2 things. Anyway, that's kind of funny. I stalled, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should just watch to see where I'm going. Alright, no big deal. Okay, now we got the 2 things that we need. Let's get out of here, and I think we'll go ahead and just speed it up and run towards the area over by Remular. Once we get to a spot when we're starting to do something that we haven't done before, I'll slow it back down again. Yes, please like and subscribe for more content like this. And by the way, I think the next episode, I'm looking at doing Stranger Things. And I'm also looking at doing Star Tropics. And I'll probably do that after Stranger Things. Things are gonna change a little bit. I really enjoyed the live that I did the other day, so I'm thinking about doing a Swordigo live, 100% completion, and then if I can think of another way to beat Purgatory Purges, then I'll go ahead and do it too. Alright, so here we are into the area we haven't been yet, so we'll go ahead and save it here just to make sure. I don't know how bad the monsters are. Well, that looks like ones we've seen before. As far as I remember, they're the monsters like where we collect the Goldman, roughly around that area, and just on the outside of the monster town. So nothing too terribly intense. Stuff we can beat, and so we'll go ahead and attack them. So we're going right down there. That is a shrine below us, and that's where we put all those 3 pieces together. I think, by the way, there are 6 episodes after this. I'm not 100% sure, not till I edit them. Yeah, and the next one is going to be a longer one, unless I can edit it down. Let me break it into 2. Okay, and here we are. Let's put it all together. And yeah, it's interesting how it's done in this version of it. It's not nearly as exciting in Dragon Warrior 1, but Dragon Quest 1, and they made it more fun. Alright, so they took the pieces and they brought it up to this altar and submitted them there, and it's going to be dropping down the rainbow drop, is what they called it in the original. Let the sun and rain meet. Yep, take thee forth the rainbow drop from the altar. That's exactly what they called it before. Alright, of course we talked to him on the way out. Not that we need to. And go forth unto thy destiny. In other words, get out of here and do your job. Alright, out the door. Okay, so might as well go use the rainbow drop so we can get it out of our bag. And I'll go ahead and speed it up since we've seen all of this. But first, we are going to get some more keys. Just in case. And by the way, these characters right here, they've been looking for each other. This one right here. It's like, where's Roderick? He's supposed to meet me here in the corner of town. And so the Roderick's somewhere else, and we'll explore him before we leave this area. Okay, whoops, come back here. Alright. Yeah, let's just take as many as we can until they say... Oh, I guess we only needed one. Okay, well, we were here and it was cheap, so let's do it. There's Roderick. He's on the wrong corner of town. Yeah, my beloved is elsewhere. What? And so we let him know that she was somewhere else. Yeah, he's in the doghouse is what he's saying. I'm doghouse bound. That's kind of funny. Yeah, and so in turn he tells me to take 4 steps south of Cole, which I think we already passed that part. Yeah, that treasure was the fairy flute that we used to put the golem to sleep, and so we didn't really need to know that. I just kind of like that little tiny storyline in the middle of this. Alright, so we go back over here into the corner where I said the bad guy's at the end, and we just simply use the rainbow drop here. And it makes pretty sounds. And then creates a bridge. Kind of like how they did it better in the original Dragon Warrior, if you're familiar. And poof. And I think I'll cut away and show you what they do. Alright, so just running back to town now. Of course, speed it up to get out of here. We are getting close to the conclusion of this video. Alright, so anything that we don't need now we can toss back into here. Probably drop our 819. We don't have enough gold to deposit. So we'll just deposit the items we don't need. We no longer need the Mark of Erdrick, aka Erdrick's token in the other game. Alright, so the next thing we do... Yeah, the fairy flute. Oh, yeah, I just said we use the fairy flute. The fairy flute is actually what we're getting ready to use next, so it makes sense why he would mention it at that point. But we already collected it when we first got there. Quite a few uppy toads again. So, you kind of know where we're going then. After this, we're going to be going to that town I showed you while we got Erdrick's token, and then use that fairy flute to put the golem to sleep. We're going to refill this. We don't need to refill our life because we're walking with the magic armor on. So just that. So please like and subscribe for more content like this, and see you next time.